Search for missing girl Lina Khil. The reward for her safe return has now jumped to $250,000. Fox San Antonio's Mike Jimenez spoke with her family about what you can do to honor her birthday today. Mike.
Well, good evening, Emily. Prayers. That is what the family is asking for tonight as they continue to wait for the good news that Lina has been found safe.
It's very important to observe her birthday, but also to keep hope that she's going to come home.
Today is Lina Khil's 4th birthday. Exactly 2 months ago, Lina went missing from this playground at the apartment complex where she lived. Today, a solemn celebration as family and search teams keep their hopes alive that she is found safe.
To let the community know that we are still looking for her and we're still praying for the best.
Before the party began, a donation of $80,000 was called into the Islamic Center, increasing the total reward for any information that leads to Lina's whereabouts to $250,000. Lina's father says the community coming together and standing with him is motivating him to keep going. Through an interpreter, he says he spends his days and nights waiting for a phone call that she's been found safe, and every day that passes is painful.
If somebody lost someone, they will know my pain, what pain I am. So this is the pain that is increasing, not decreasing. And it's not, my day and night are not relaxed, like I'm in deep pain.
Lina Khil released 4 doves, 1 for each year of Lina's life. Another 12 doves released by friends and family, sending their love for Lina and her safe return. Tonight, a father in agony asking the community to pray for Lina.
So the only message that I have to Lina is that we are trying to find you, and we will find you.
Is undoubtedly the most painful thing a parent will go through. But after the sudden death of her son Samuel, the only thing Rosio Castro wants is justice. Tonight, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding the person who killed her son. Investigative reporter Yami Virgen is here to help lend a voice for the voiceless.
At 19, Samuel Almanza was already a father. Loving his 2 daughters was his life's mission. He learned how to love them from his mother, Rosio Castro. They were best friends. Samuel was ready to prove to the world he was a man and a father who could provide for his girls. But just as Samuel was getting ready to go to vocational school, the unimaginable happened just before the holidays. What began as a night of decorating for Christmas quickly turned into a crime scene. On December 11th, 2018, while the family was decorating the tree, someone fired multiple rounds during a drive-by shooting, hitting Samuel's room.
I kept wrapping up presents, and like 3 minutes later, he comes stumbling out of the room. He goes into the hall and he just says, "Mama," and he falls to the floor. Until the ambulance finally gets here and they take him. And I wanted to go in the ambulance.
He was taken to the hospital nearby where he was pronounced deceased around 2:18 a.m. that morning.
And I just want to go. I just want to go with my son. But they didn't let me. They just told me that they would keep me informed as to what was going on with my son.
4 years have passed. There have been no arrest, and Samuel's family is still waiting for justice.
It's really hard when you have this kid that has always been there for you, always listened to you, always cared for you, and all of a sudden you lose that person.
Being that this is several years later, we feel quite strongly that somebody within that car may have had a change of heart and wants to give us the information we need to hold the person or persons responsible for the death of Samuel Almanza responsible.
His family says the hardest part is knowing Samuel's daughters will never know how incredible of a father he was, but the oldest child still remembers him every day.
She goes, "Nana, do you think you could buy me a pair of wings so I could see my daddy?"
Investigators are not giving up. They know someone has the answers they're looking for to give this family justice.
We really just want justice for my son. You know, he deserved it. He helped everybody, and I would just like somebody to one time help him.
Councilman Manny Pelaez says he's done being sad and now growing angry. He wants action. He says, though, that the mental health system is chronically underfunded and there needs something to be done. A Sunday afternoon turned deadly at the park at Colonnade Apartments.
Reading a book and I heard several, 6 or 7 bangs.
William O'Neill didn't know the killer, Michael Berger, but another neighbor, Ian Johnson, did. He says Michael acted normal, but the surface is not always what it seems.
You know, sometimes you do need to say something or pay attention to clues, but people are scared, especially in American society. It's not as open in some places. People just don't feel that they can share.
Within a day or two, we're going to hear that this is an instance of a mental health crisis.
District 8 Councilman Manny Pelaez holds the chair for the city's Intergovernmental Affairs Committee, leading the call to bring tax dollars back to San Antonio, such as advocating for the American Rescue Plan Act. That brings $680 million to San Antonio. 75% is federal funding. $26 million of that will go to mental health.
Unless we fully fund a police department and train them in mental health response, and unless we fully fund mental health resources, this is going to continue to happen, and it's going to get worse before it gets better.
SAPD says in 2021, officers responded to over 29,000 mental health related calls. That's not including suicide calls. In the city's current fiscal year budget, $5.4 million is allocated just for a crisis response team to help with mental health calls.
You can't arrest your way out of this. This is a combination of problems, mental health being one of those.
Now, Bexar County also has a mental health crisis program that partners with county agencies. Since their inception in 2020, they've helped over 3,200 people.